It's coming end of year, and aside from celebrating the year end, some of you will probably think of ways to save your taxes as part of your year-end financial review. There are many videos online regarding the topic in SRS, which is the Supplementary Retirement Scheme, where main objective is to help you save taxes. For more information, you can go to my previous video in SRS to find out more. This video may be contradicting and controversial, as on one hand, why I came out with an SRS video, and now why I tell you SRS is not for everyone. Correct? This time your teacher never tell you. For simplicity's sake, this video will mainly focus on the employee portion for Singaporeans and PRs. For self-employed, business owners, or foreigners earning high income, it's best to look at SRS as part of your tax savings, as your tax percentages are more and the contribution you can make is more too. This is not a financial advice, and for any tax purposes, you should consult a qualified tax advisor, as taxes are a broad-based topic. When it comes to taxes, we will always look at the tax rates based on the tax residency status. These are the following requirements to be fulfilled, and if you can't fulfill it, then you'll be considered to be taxed at non-resident rate. With that, let's go to the resident tax rates for 2024 onwards table. From my title, I say why SRS is best for annual income of 200k and above, right? So let's go straight to the section of 200k, which shows the first 200k income is gross taxable at $31,150, which is more than 10% of the base income. And why do I say it is best for 200k and above income? Is because of our GST is 9% next year in 2024. So, by benchmarking against the GST, which is also a tax, anything more than the 9% is considerable to put into SRS. Let's go to these two examples of calculation for tax residents. Example 1 shows Ahid, who is 25 years old and married. He has a newborn in 2022 and his annual income was $50,000 in 2022. His chargeable income in 2022 was $34,750 after the donation and reliefs. As follows on the tax rates table for Ahid, the tax payable for the first 30k will be $200, followed by the next 10k will be taxed on 3.5%. For Ahid will be $4,750 at 3.5%, which is $166.25. Adding up, the gross tax payable will be $366.25. As Ahid now is a father, he is entitled to parenthood tax rebate for his first child born in 2020. Hence, the next tax payable for Ahid in 2023 is $0. So, if Ahid is not a father, what would be the scenario in such a case? Ahid then will not be qualified for the child relief as well as the parenthood rebate. Hence, the chargeable income for Ahid in this case will be $38,750. The tax payable for first 30k will be $200, followed by the next 10k will be taxed on 3.5%. For no Father Day Ahid, that will be $8,750 at 3.5%, which is $306.25. Adding up, the net tax payable will be $506.25. So what if Ahid is not a father but contributes to SRS of $15,300 instead? Without the qualifying child relief, Ahid's chargeable income will be $38,750. After the SRS tax relief of $15,300, Ahid's chargeable income will then be $23,450. The tax payable for the first 30k will be $0, followed by the next 10k will be taxed on 2%. So with Ahid who contributes to SRS, that will be $3,450 at 2% is $69. Hence, the net tax payable for Ahid in this case will be $69. The difference in tax savings for no father Ahid with and without SRS contribution will be $506.25 minus of $69. That will be $437.25. So my questions for you viewers here is it worth it to top up $15,300 in SRS and save the difference of $437.25 or 2.8% in such a case? Now, let's come to example 2. Mr. Fong here is a 64 years old man and has an earned income of $250,000 in 2022. So, Mr. Fong has reached the retirement age of 63 in Singapore, and suppose his children should be all grown up working adults by now. So, Mr. Fong's chargeable income in 2022 is $234,100 after donations, and the tax payable that falls under Mr. Fong's income bracket for the first $200K will be $21,150, followed by the next $40K will be taxed on 19%. For Mr. Fong, that will be $34,100 at 19%, which is $6,479. Hence, the net tax payable for Mr. Fong in 2023 will be $27,639. So similarly, if Mr. Fong contributes $15,300 to SRS, his chargeable income will be $218,800 in 2022. With that, same for the first $200K will be $21,150, followed by the next $40K will be taxed on 19%. For Mr. Fong, that will be $18,800 at 19%, which is $3,572. And the net payable tax in 2023 for Mr. Fong will be $24,732. The difference in tax savings for Mr. Fong with and without SRS contribution will be $27,639 minus $24,732 is $2,907 or 19%. Note that for Mr. Fong's case, the reliefs are limited compared to ahead. If more reliefs and rebates were given, the tax savings are likely to be more too. In summary, there are a few points on whether is it worth to top up SRS or not. Point number 1. As you can see from the tax rates for tax resident, the higher the income, the higher the tax. So, income definitely plays a major part in tax. Point number 2. Tax reliefs and rebates definitely helps to reduce the tax payable a lot. Singapore is known to be a business tax haven, also gives a lot of tax reliefs and rebates to Singapore citizens and PRs. For more information on what personal reliefs and rebates you are eligible for, you may refer to the IRAS website. The link is provided under the description box. Point number 3. As the name suggests, Supplementary Retirement Scheme is an additional option to further enhance your retirement funds. However, do note that the funds withdrawals will be subjected to prevailing tax rates, and any early withdrawals before the statutory retirement age will be subjected to tax and penalty fee. With these points as an example, SRS is an additional tool for you to consider for tax savings in additional for your retirement needs. However, in my opinion, it's best for income earning more than 200K and above, where these earners have sufficient funds to top up the SRS and also enjoying substantially reduction in tax payable. Do like and subscribe to my channel. I will see you. Adios.